is it.
That's it. You can't do that with glasses on.
Sure can. Hey, listen to Commander Cookout Podcast, episode 264. I'm Brando. I'm here with Ryan. We continue the Arc of Deckbuilding. We're talking about a really crappy dragon deck. Now, hit our theme song! Hey, Ryan. We're back for yet another whirlwind adventure. How you doing?
Good. What is going down?
Whole ton is going down. We've got a deck to talk about. We've got some people to thank. We've got some super fun gameplay stories to get into. I have a message I would like to deliver to the nation.
Oh, yeah?
But before we get to any of that stuff, we have to thank our official business daddies, FusionGamingOnline.com. They are your source for all your gaming needs.
Ooh, very much so. Made a new order.
Ooh.
Made a new order. Got a couple foils.
Ooh.
Couple foils. Foil Wrath of God. Classic.
Wow. What edition?
Not 7th edition. No, because that one was like $250. I think it was like a 10th edition or M10 or something.
I think 10th edition is the art that I think is the iconic art.
With the big ball.
Yeah.
The big glowing ball and not the big glowing ass cheeks.
Yes, which, I mean, those are fun.
Both iconic.
Both are iconic, but I feel like they're iconic for different reasons.
What did we used to call it? Wrath of Thong?
Wrath of Thong, yes.
Wrath of Thong.
You're like, it's just got this little ass, like right in the corner. There's one on the screen right now if you're watching on YouTube, which
Guaranteed.
you should be, because you're listening to us anyway.
Yes, it's so easy just to hit subscribe. Boop, done.
Yeah, it's like, maybe Joe can put an arrow.
Well, he usually puts the little bell thingy, here it is, fucking subscribe, or else we'll find you. Just like that.
Just like in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back at the end, where it's like, you guys got a bunch of money and your own monkey. And like, what we really want is for people to stop talking shit about us on the internet. And
yes.
like, well, there's really no way of stopping it apart from showing up at their houses and beating the shit out of all of them.
Oh, so they go to everybody's house.
Then they do it. Yes. And that might be one of my favorite movie scenes where it's just them just whipping everybody's ass.
Yeah.
He's got Bob drops an elbow on somebody.
He's got a list. Are you yeah.
Did you say XXX? Yeah. And
Oh,
then they
man.
just kick his... Oh, man.
I forgot that part. That's a good-ass part.
It's a good-ass part of a pretty good movie.
Yeah, that seems very much like something that we would do.
Absolutely it does.
Yes.
Yeah, we can fly around again?
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, it's like, hey, are you this guy on our pre-show where you said that you don't like the pre-show and didn't want to play the guessing game? We're just at a Magic Fest dropping guys through tables.
You know? You know.
Yeah. I'm not going to say we're going to do that, but if Max Crandall's there.
Yeah, I'm not going to say we're not going to do that either.
Yeah, that's right. Speaking of guessing and pre-showing.
Right.
I have to clarify something from the intro.
Okay.
You said a crappy dragon deck.
Yeah.
What you mean is the dragon is crappy.
Yes.
Not the deck.
Yeah.
Because the deck is cool and unique and interesting.
Well, the deck is great, but the dragon that helms the thing, hot garbage fire, as opposed to a cold or medium heat garbage fire.
Yeah, that like homeless people can warm up around.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but not too hot that like you have to call the fire department.
Exactly.
It's not too close to a building either.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, safety first, homeless people. I'll give it a read because you don't have your glasses. This is Ebondeath Dracolich. Did I say all those right?
Yep.
Okay. 5/2. Okay. Zombie dragon for black 2. Ooh, that was hard. 5/2 black 2 zombie dragon.
So far, why am I saying this is crap?
This is cool. Zombie dragon.
Yeah, neat.
Cool art too.
Yeah,
Cool art.
Yeah.
I don't know which one Joe's going to use on the screen, but good on you, Joe. Thanks for being here.
It's important that he uses the super borderless one because that's the one that's in the deck specifically mentioned in the email that our contributor sent to us.
Yes. Okay, let's finish reading them. Flash, good. He's a flasher. Yeah. Flying.
It's good.
Enters battlefield tapped. Poo-poo.
Duh.
You may cast Ebondeath Dracolich from your graveyard if a creature not named Ebondeath Dracolich died this turn. And it's just, did a creature not named Ebondeath Dracolich die this turn? Yes or no? Yep. If yes, you can cast this guy any number of times. So if you have cost reducers and maybe like a Phyrexian Altar to give you a black, and you've got like black spells cost 2 less, you can cast this guy for like 1 black mana. And when you're playing big black mana package, you can cast him 20, 30 times a game or a turn.
Yeah.
And with maybe an Aristocrats sub-theme, This guy gets really good.
Is that what we're doing today?
No, that's not what we're doing today.
See, I had to ask the question that everybody out there was asking. And no, that's not what we're doing.
No. Now, there is a little bit of a sub-theme with aristocrats in the deck, but that isn't why we're featuring it as part of the Art of Deck Building Super Arc, I'm calling it now.
It's quite the super arc.
Quite the super arc, yeah. So
we've been meaning to move on from it from quite a while, but people are really liking it, and they're still sending in decks. People are pumped to get their deck featured, so we're just going to keep doing it.
Yeah, and we keep finding reasons to like feature, hey, this deck's cool because of this reason.
Yeah.
Or this is the thing that we want to promote because it's fun and interesting and unique.
Turns out members of the nation are creative.
Yes, yes. Now, speaking of members of the nation, we've got a couple business items.
I helped with a segue. That's pretty cool.
Yes, very much so. This is an email that came in this deck from Magnus. That's all I have. Magnus, and Magnus's name on Arc of Deck is Isocert. I think I'm saying that right. Maybe it's Isocert. Brando can't read it, so I'm reading everything today.
Yeah, I actually can't read. This is the worst. Although it's going to be fun when we get to pictures, because then I can talk about what the pictures look like, but I can't actually see them.
Yes, the only thing better than guessing art when we're both hammered is trying to guess the art when Brando can't see it and he's sober.
Yeah.
So this is from Magnus. Thank you for sending it in. CommanderCookout@gmail.com. That's how you get us decks if you're not part of our Patreon preferred deck list channel on our Discord. It's one of the benefits to becoming a patron. You can send them there too, along with casual, competitive, or other format decks, like modern and stuff.
Yeah.
Standard.
What is standard?
Oh, historic. Limited. I just barfed. Yeah. That was us barfing, if you're not watching on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Throw up.
What were you going to say?
What the hell is standard? Anyway, like, is that...
It's like...
Do they still have that?
I don't know.
Is that still a format that people play?
I have no idea. All I know is we play Commander, like our EDH and M night is on Thursday now because there's drafting on Friday, and they only have like 7 tables or whatever, and the Commander players show up and take like 9 tables.
Yes.
Very cool. Very cool. Now, more business. More business, but it's giveaways and it's more fun things.
Hit them with it. Last week's winner guessing Targnar Demon Fang Knoll from the pre-show. Last week's pre-show. Oh, yeah.
You can guess every week by watching the pre-show. You win our free boosties.
Yes.
This is Connor Burridge. It's Connor's turn to win a booster.
Connor Bridge?
Connor Bridge. Yes, neat. Connor, if that's you, your name's on the screen. If you're watching on YouTube and you...
Fucking should be.
You should be. Get at us. CommanderCookout@gmail.com or CCO Podcast on Twitter, CCO Brando on Twitter. That's how you get your packs, and I just sent 2 out.
Ooh.
I just sent the latest 2 out. Yeah, not Connor's, though. Now. Giveaways. More. Last week's Patreon faux pas.
Oh, yeah, we totally forgot to give away the thing. So we'll remedy that right now.
Who? Random number generator went down the Patreon list. Beep, boop, 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 boop. Winner of Call Time 1. That's, what did we say on the pre-show? That's Frost Titties.
Prime Titties and
Uro Titties.
Uro Siphoning Butthole.
Yes.
Yeah.
The winner is Colton McCarthy.
That's Jenny McCarthy's brother on the Discord, right?
I'm pretty sure. We only have one patron with the last name McCarthy. It has to be the same person.
They gotta be, right?
So get at us. You can get at us on Discord or email or Twitter. You know how to contact us. We'll get you all the stuff, but we will probably open it and unbox it because that makes it far cheaper to send.
Also, I like having the boxes. I use them to stand action figures on so I can stand them behind other action figures.
Did I give you the last ones? I think I did.
You did not. But I'm going to be at your house today so I can get them.
I don't know if you are. They might have been recycled and are something else now.
Oh, life sucks.
Like paper.
That's fine.
We have a new giveaway.
Oh, shit.
This is the best part. I'm so happy that we can just give stuff away.
Yeah,
now that we're podcasting professionals enough.
Yeah, we even have matching shirts on today, which is fun.
Oh, yeah. We have... And this is pretty cool because this is by one of my favorite new artists.
Oh shit!
my new favorite artists.
Are we giving away Seb McKinnon Artist Spotlight?
No. Seb McKinnon. No, this is the Crushing Brutality Secret Lair basic land set.
Oh, yeah.
Done by, I don't know, punk, metal, alternative artist Mark Riddick.
Neat.
Yes, Joel will have him on the screen, and you get on us on Twitter, on Facebook, and you just help us share the show, share the giveaway, you help us with retweets, or you tag your friends, you do the social media things, and poof, you get entered.
And you'll win. You will win.
Yes, Colton McCarthy just won, and somebody last week won.
Yeah.
And you will win. If
Everybody will win.
There it is.
You specifically. I'm pointing at you. You will win. That's math.
Pretty much, yeah, math checks out,
Yeah, that's
I guess.
science.
That's it. Okay, final bit of business.
Okay,
We've got some nicknames.
let's do it.
We've got them, and there's some good ones this week.
All right.
Okay, first we've got 2 increases, but one increase needs a nickname.
Okay.
Increase of Josh Edwards says CCO is his all-time favorite podcast.
Wow.
So if you're watching on YouTube, or you want to leave us a review on Google or Apple Podcasts and say that CCO is your favorite podcast of all time, that would be awesome.
That would be cool, yeah.
5-star rating, comment, you like the video, saying everybody who likes this video, that means that CCO is their favorite podcast. Watch, we're gonna get a bunch of thumbs downs. You give us thumbs up, that means we'll just take it as a sign that this is your favorite podcast ever.
Yeah. Well, we assume it is. Yeah.
Josh Edwards, big thanks.
Thanks, man.
Now, Kevin Ellis, increased, needs a nickname.
Oh, this is easy. Kevin Anus.
Kevin Anus.
Yep.
Welcome, and
F you.
yeah, sorry about your anus. Now, this is a special one. We got a special one.
Oh.
New lady in the nation. Yes. Yes, this is Angelica.
Angelica.
Angelica Anus.
Yeah.
Soundbite. We did that twice.
We did it again.
We did it again, yeah.
Oh, wow, we're getting good at
Angelica
that.
Anus.
Yeah. Man.
Sorry about your anus, too, but you knew what you were getting in for.
Yeah, you knew what this was.
Next one.
'Kay.
These are fast. These are
is-
fast when
this
they're just anuses.
Yeah, this is good.
This isn't a real name, so he might need a real name.
Okay.
But we do have his real name. Either way, this is Robin Hood. I hope he robs from the rich and gives to us.
I hope he robs from the rich and then stores it in his anus.
Robin Anus.
Yep.
Hood Anus. Anus Hood.
Don't Google that. I'm sure that will only end badly,
Anus
which
Hood.
is why it's a great nickname.
Man, the nation, the Discord is getting dirtier. Just
yeah.
Okay, we got the last one. This is
Okay.
the best for last.
Okay.
Ben, and I know where this is going.
Okay.
Ben Hammer.
Anus. Man, today's episode of Commander Cookout Podcast has been brought to you by the letter A-ness.
I just spit all over my microphone.
Oh, man. I'm so happy I got to make that joke. This is a great day.
Ben Hammer Anus, Hood Anus, Angelica Anus, and Kevin Anus.
Wow.
Big thanks for being in the nation. Welcome, and of course,
F you.
in the anus. That's great. Well, I don't know why anybody wants those, but if you want to be a patron, there's no better time than now. If you want to throw us a couple bucks a month, it helps with. We just got a new tripod for Studio CCO, which we're going to be at doing some top 5s and 5s.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a bunch of those prepared. Big thanks to Joe for helping with the editing. That's all part of people being in the nation, and Tyler for doing top 5 in 5s.
Yeah.
Got lots of help, lots of support, and we very much appreciate it.
We sure do. Wait, this is a good opportunity. Thanks to things and patrons and stuff. I have two.
Two?
So, local Callum. We have 3 Callums in the nation.
Yes.
Local Callum. Like,
Is this a gameplay story?
no, this is just a cool dude story.
Okay.
Thank you. So, like 25 years ago, before everything that's been happening recently happened,
Yes, feels like that.
he
It's
was
dog
like,
years.
"Yo, I opened this card. Do you want it?" And I said, "Yeah, I do. I'll trade you for that."
Oh,
And this is like 18 months ago. And then everything happened, and I haven't seen him until Thursday.
yeah. The first time you saw him was this week.
Yeah. And he remembered the card, and he just, here you go, man. I've been keeping this aside for you for 18 months.
What?
Yeah.
Doesn't it feel good when people remember stuff?
I don't know what you're talking about. Is that a
No,
shot?
you don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember what you're talking about. But yeah, so that was
What card was it?
It was Runetail, a foil Runetail.
Oh, no
Yeah,
way.
so now I've got a foil Runetail for my Runetail.
That's the flippy dippy one?
It's the spinny
The spinny
mini one.
Yes.
Yes,
you got there.
So I got a foil one for my commander, which is really, really cool. I appreciate that very
Cool.
much, and it's just neat that somebody.
That's a foil Kamigawa card. That's a kingly gift.
Yeah, man, I'm king of the nation.
Mighty of him.
Yeah. and this other one, this goes to everybody that's you and everybody listening and the patrons and anybody who's ever took this show into their ear holes or eye holes or any show.
Yelled F you to you driving by on their bike.
Yeah.
Even that guy.
Anybody that's ever supported the show in any way has brought me to this point. Because the other day I scraped some of the money together that I get from doing the show, and that's my magic budget. It's my thing so that I can play the game and participate and go to events and all that stuff. With the lack of events over the last couple of years, my event budget has gone into a super secret dreams come true budget.
Oh!
And since I was 8 years old, little Brando.
This is going to be huge.
Yeah.
This is cool.
The only thing I wanted is my very own stand-up arcade cabinet. It's the only thing I wanted. No, it's little Brando.
You got one?
And because of the nation, because of this show and all of you listening, I managed to make a dream that I have had for literally 30 years come true. So thank you all so much.
Oh,
for
that's
that.
so cool.
It's so... I feel like a
cool.
little kid every time I look. It's so amazing this happened, and I owe it to all of you guys.
Yeah, you know what? Like the event budget, I'm just saving it because like events cost us so much money to go to fly down south or to fly to Toronto is like $1,100 for us. It's so expensive for us to fly to places, so we keep some of the budget so it's not like racking up our credit cards at 20% interest for when we want to go to Vegas or whatever. But because none of that's happening, that's actually super cool.
Yes, it's really amazing. And
you had to rearrange your whole arcade room probably.
I did.
Yeah, and those are huge.
They're pretty big. So
is it like one of those ones that has all the different games programmed into it, or is it like is it a game? Like
it's the one
game.
It has all the games programmed into it, and I haven't even turned it on yet because I have some wiring that I have to learn how to do it. But
and you can choose like from a list which games you want to play.
Yeah,
cool.
It's full size. It's so neat, and I owe it to everybody. Everybody who's listening to this right now, you made this happen for me, and I'm so thankful to you for that.
Super cool. Super cool.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Gameplay story?
Gameplay story.
That's it.
Another, we're full of feel-good moments.
I
here,
know.
so.
Well, this is the feel-good nature of the show. That's why people like it.
Very excited.
Yes.
Okay, so I learned a thing that I don't like, specifically a commander that I don't like.
Something that you don't like?
I know.
Is it lettuce? Is it vegetables?
Well, no, they aren't commanders, Ryan.
Is it the commander we're doing today?
Although lettuce does sort of sound like Lurus of the Dream Den.
Ooh, good segue.
I just don't... If you want to play him, fine. I'm happy that the deck exists.
Was it Chris Von Doom that was playing him?
No, it was 5-color mono-white Angel Aaron.
Oh, this is at F&M.
It was at EDH&M, and it's just...
EDH&M, yeah. I can't say F&M anymore, but...
Yeah, but...
Because it's Thursday.
It's the deck that it's so difficult to get rid of anything. And it's like, fuck.
That's why it's good.
Yeah,
that's why it destroyed Legacy and got banned in Vintage. It got banned in Vintage. That's how good that card is.
Yeah, what was that? The first card to be banned, like since Scheherazade or something?
Actually,
wow.
Yes,
too good, but
too good.
But here's the gameplay story. So we had new guy, raw dog in his deck, no playmat.
Yeah, no sleeves too.
No sleeves, no playmat.
No sleeves.
Foil stuff in it.
Oh yeah.
Shuffling
the way Garfield intended.
Yeah, the way it was intended to be played, and it was an elf ball deck that was helmed by that. I can't remember her name. The one where whenever a creature comes into play, it gets a counter, and then you can tap it to get green mana equal to its counters.
Marwyn, the Nurturer?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. And he keeps tapping, I'm going to make 30 mana, I'm going to make 1 million. And I keep expecting, like, the big, like, green play, right? Like the big hurricane or whatever.
Yeah,
and found, where's your hurricane? Where's your Genesis Wave? Where is it, whatever? And he's a new player, and he's like, well, I don't play any of those. And I'm like, oh, what the fuck? So
a true nationalite. You should have asked him to come into the nation.
So I pulled. Well, I definitely did.
Okay, good.
Gave everybody stickers. Say, listen to our show. It's really funny.
There it is.
Bust out my phone, which I know is rude during games. I try not to do this. And I just like, boop, 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 boop. And I ordered a Genesis Wave from the store that's next door to where we play. And I went and I got it. And I just got it and gave here. Put this in your deck. And I like took a card just out of his deck and I fucking ripped it up and threw it away. It was a common that sucked anyways.
Oh man, that's great.
So it's on the floor and I gave him this Genesis Wave. And then the next time he played the game, he actually got the Genesis Wave and like Genesis Wave for 17.
Nice.
It was so cool. And he was like, "This is the coolest thing ever." So
That's
I'm happy.
cool. Is that
I
that
got
kid
to,
that you were playing with?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
So I'm happy that I
like
got
that guy. He was like an actual kid last time I saw him. Now he's like a young adult.
Yeah. Now he's like,
Fuck.
yeah, right. He's almost old enough to go to the bar with us.
Hey, cool.
But it's just cool that like I like to bring the joy that way, and I got to see somebody just play something that they didn't have and didn't even know about, and it was like the coolest moment for him, which made it really cool for me. And here's the really cool part.
That's it.
Because when he Genesis Waved for 17 or 12, whatever the hell it was a big number, I had a Wandering Archaic in play.
Oh, I know what that does, but I don't remember.
When somebody plays an instant or sorcery spell, they may pay 2.
Or you get to
Or
copy
I
it.
get to copy it. And since I bought him that Genesis Wave, it only is fair that I also get a Genesis Wave. And
Just once, though?
just the one time. But let me tell you, you ever Genesis Wave for 13? Because usually you only have to do it once.
Yes.
I might have won that game.
Very excellent.
But it was still fun for everybody.
Because you would have untapped and been live.
Yeah, well, my stuff all comes into play first, too, right?
Yes.
So, like,
You get all your ETBs first.
Yeah.
Very excellent.
Yeah, and then I had one of my cards that came in turned all of his ETBs off. So, oops, it was a hell of a game.
He takes it out. He just rips up his own Genesis Wave. I hate this. He starts taping back that common that you ripped up. Tapes it back together. We should start. We got a deck.
Yeah,
we're so deep into the show, and we should start the deck because it's actually going to be a fun deck.
Yeah, here we go, baby. All right, Ron, where should we start? We read Ebondeath. He's a recurrer. He's a flyer. He's maybe a beater. He's a flasher. He does all kinds of things just badly.
Yeah.
And
I think before we do anything, we got to start off by saying that when Magnus sent this list in, they outlined that the deck is kind of supposed to be like an end boss that you would fight at the end of like a D&D campaign.
And I certainly got that reading through both the custom categories.
Yep.
And just I got it. You know what I mean? I like the theme, like the story that he told in the email. I totally got it. And I can see it in the list. And I love that.
Little bit of a control deck and designed to pick players off one at a time, right? Like separate the party, make it so they can't do whatever they're trying to do.
And then kill them.
And then kill them one at a time. And there's a bunch of cards in here that really look like they want to kill one player at a time. We'll maybe highlight some of those when we get to them.
Yeah.
And we'll highlight like the D&D significance when it comes to like naming the custom categories. So that's what I wanted to start with.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll start with you probably finish with the loot table, but that's where a lot of like the main like ramp and stuff is. So I don't know, maybe we start with that. Maybe that's what the end game is trying to get the loot table. You trying to defeat this deck, right?
So we're going to start with the loot table. We got lots of shit in here. So we're going to start with Jeet.
Well, you know what? Before we even go to Jeet,
you don't want to start with Jeet.
I don't want to start with Jeet because I want to do the mana rocks first because they're all in this too.
Okay,
I think they just fall in there.
There's a thematic compass, a sol ring, a mind stone, a full art foil mana crypt, which I super appreciate, a charcoal diamond, which I super don't appreciate, and that is all.
Did you say Soul Ring?
Yep.
Okay, so there's a few mana rocks, and some of them are very good. Some of them are not as good.
let me hit you with this.
Sure.
Because it's a dragon final boss themed deck, I feel like you could ditch the charcoal diamond because those diamonds are the shits, and play the whatever of Ramos.
Oh, that's a good one.
Like the body part of Ramos that taps for a black. Like, yeah, it costs
Is it
3, but
Tooth of Ramos or Claw of Ramos? The black one.
I don't remember. I honestly
don't know.
can't remember. But
you know what I like better than either of those?
What?
I like Jet Medallion.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, remember at the top of the show I said cost reducer?
Yeah.
You make Ebondeath cost less so you can cast them over and over again from your graveyard. That would be a good one.
There it is. And I'm assuming if you've got foil swords and you've got foil full art mana crypt, you can get either one of the things that we just suggested.
Yeah, very much so.
Certainly.
Yeah. Okay, now some equippies.
Not Jeet.
Jeet, oh mother ass, Jeet's good.
The littlest planeswalker? Is that the real littlest planeswalker?
The realest, the illest thing I ever said on CCO is top 5 best equipment all time. Jeet is on the list.
Yes.
And then people just hound me in the comments. Let's have it again. Let's have this conversation again. Jeet, top 5 best equipments. Let me know at CCO Podcast on Twitter, and let me know in the comments on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? Don't just tell me it's not. Tell me what your top 5 is and or where Jeet falls if it's out of your top 5. Is it number 6? Is it number 14?
Maybe we should do a top 5 equipment all time, and it's just Jeet.
Jeet.
It's like Jeet mode 1.
Yes.
Jeet mode 2.
Yes.
Jeet mode 3.
Yes.
Jeet when it's equipped to a creature.
Yes.
Jeet when it's not equipped to a creature but still has counters on it. Yeah, see? Top 5 all time.
There it is, yeah. Jeet when you remove both counters to give your guy +4/+4, and they're like, wait a second, it gives +2? What? Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
that's it. It's in here.
Yeah. We're not even going to read it. Go look it up.
We have a Sword of the Anusist.
Oh, yeah, maybe this is our patron sword. +1/+1 attacks, you get a basic land from your deck. That's kind of a mana rock, but not really.
We've got a Sword of Sinew and Steel and Sword of Truth and Justice.
And a Sword of Fire and Ice. There's no truth and justice.
Oh, yeah, right. It's because I can't read. Because I can't. In the list, it looks like a Sword of Truth and Justice. It's also an old border foil on the screen, and I was just going by the picture, and it looked white and blue to me.
That is a mighty card. $300 for that card.
Flip.
Newsflash, not a budget deck today.
No.
But mostly because it's got those full art and old border foils and stuff. These give protection so you can attack with whatever creature is suited up, and you're going to see what suiting up really means in mono black in a few cards from now. Yeah. So these give protection so you can get in. They give a little bit of extra damage. They get a little bit of extra effect. I don't know.
You get some card draw. You get some removal on Sinew and Steel.
Yeah.
It's cool. We got a Masterwork of Ingenuity.
Yeah, this enters the battlefield of a copy of any equipment you control. So you get double swords or not Jeet, but double swords, double animist, double anima, so you can find 2 basic lands. That's good.
Yeah.
Double Lash Writhe, which gives +1/+1 for each swamp you control.
Shit, yeah.
Double... Oh, no, that's it, because the last 2 equipments are both legendary.
Yeah. There's a Greaves, and then there is Elbrus the Binding Blade.
Oh, I missed the Greaves, but you don't really need double Greaves.
No. Double Greaves. Well, I mean, there are certain situations where having 2 sets of Greaves would be helpful.
Oh, yeah, if you got 2 creatures, yeah.
But,
yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a waste.
Elbrus the Binding Blade, +1/+0. When equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, unattach Elbrus the Binding Blade and transform it into Withengar Unbound. A 13/13 flying, intimidating, trampling. Whenever a player loses the gaming, put 13+1s on Withengar. Yes.
Yeah, that's a good guy.
FYI, I think as the president of CCO Nation, I can decree, I can put this in the legislature, that if anybody asks you to play a Withengar Unbound Elbrus deck with that as your commander, you say yes.
Okay.
Because after those call time generals came out that you could play them as either side, I'll play my equipment commander, right?
Sure.
I'll play Bergie, and either side will just go infinite and kill you. I'll play Turgid, and either side I can go infinite, or I could just destroy your whole afternoon.
Yeah.
This is fine. This is fine.
I'm with you.
Okay.
Good take. And the last one's Blackblade Reforged.
Yes, Blackblade. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each land you control. I don't know. That's 7 or 8, probably.
That's fine, yeah.
Equip 7, but equip Commandy 3.
I think I'd play the Vorpal Sword instead of...
Oh, yeah. Pay 8, they hit you, you lose the game?
Yeah. Death Touch for players.
Death Touch for players is good when you also have Sword of X and Y and protection from everybody. Yeah. That's a gooder.
Solid one.
That's a gooder.
Moving along from the loot table. Who guards the loot, Ryan? The minions.
Oh, cool. Yeah, you're traveling through the dungeon, trying to find the Endboss, trying to win the game. but you got to get past all these mad motherfuckers.
And we're going to start with the Zulaport Cutthroat.
Yes, he will cut you. This is the start of the Aristocrats package, where whenever a creature that we control die, in this case, each opponent loses a life and we gain 1 life. Additionally, who else do we have that can facilitate this plan?
Just this guy, but we got some sack outlets to work with them. And like we say, there's a bit of an Aristocrats thing in the deck, but it's not an Aristocrats deck.
Yeah, I guess if there's only one guy, that doesn't really make it a sub-theme. Like, it's not like it's packing Demonic Tutor and Vampiric Tutor and Imperial Seal and Cruel Tutor, right? Like, so we can't just go and find the Zulaport Cutthroat. So that's fine.
It's okay. You got to draw it. And it's like I said, if you're going to put one of anything in just to do a thing, make sure it's the thing that does that thing the best.
I do like Zulaport Cutthroat the best because it gets all players, but it is only when our creatures die.
Yeah, it's not quite as good as Sir Conrad, but it's, it costs, 250% less mana or something.
Yeah, you know what? And you put down a Sir Conrad, and people are going to take notice, versus Zulaport Cutthroat, you're going to dink them for 1, like whenever your guys die.
Yeah.
I just think it's not as... The threat perception of it is not as high.
Well, and the threat actually isn't as high.
Yes, which is fine. And I think that that's part of the art of deck building.
Yes, sir.
Is how do you make it look like you're not in first place, even if you are.
Yeah.
It's some Jedi mind trick shit right there.
Yes, sir.
Okay, how are we going to take advantage of the cutthroatiness of Zulaport guy?
Viscera Seer.
Oh, yeah. Sack a creature, scry 1. Remember, you can play your commander from your graveyard, so you keep sacrificing them. You keep getting them back.
We have an Undead War Chief.
Yeah, peep this, because zombies cost 1 less. Yeah, and our commandy? Zombie. So, and this gives +2/+1 to zombies, so it would give them 7 power. 3 pumps.
3 pump jump.
3 pump jump. Put some protection on them with some swords. Boom.
Yeah. We have a Solemn Scumulacrum.
Solemn Gallium Lacrum. Everybody knows that one.
We got a Reassembling Skeleton.
This goes with the theme of playing from your graveyard. You could pay 2, get them back onto the battlefield tapped.
Ravenous Chupacabra.
Yeah, Ravenous Choop enters the battlefield, destroy target creature and opponent controls.
Priest of the Forgotten Gods.
I think that this one's a little bit underrated. I think that I play this in Lord of Tressorhorn. I haven't played that deck in like 800 years, though. Because I don't remember.
I don't remember if that deck's even good.
Yeah, I don't ever remember ordering a foil one of these from Fusion Gaming Online.
And using special promo code CCO Fusion 5 to get 5% off cards you're going to buy anyway. Help with the show.
Yeah, very much so. You should do that. Yeah. This is tap, sack 2 other creatures.
Jesus.
Any number of target players, each lose 2 life and sack a creature. And then we add black, and draw a card.
Neat.
That's lots of stuff.
It does lots of things. It's lots go in and lots comes out.
Yes.
You invest a lot and you get your return.
I should play that card. That's a gooder.
Would you play Ogre Slumlord?
Oh, hold on a second. You know what you do with that?
Tell me.
You sacrifice Ebondeath and something else to get 2 Zulaport triggers. You get the black. You've got the cost reducers. You just cast Ebondeath again.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's like a little synergy that you can do every turn.
Yeah.
Neat. Okay. Yeah. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right.
Ogre Slumlord, yes, I would play this. This is whenever a creature dies, which we've already established that's going to happen. You get a rat, a 1/1 that is, and rats you control have D-Touch.
Neat.
Yeah.
They're typhoid rats.
I guess they
I know
are.
that that's a card, but like I'm talking a real life typhoid rat where they bite you and then you just die.
Yes.
Noxious Gear Hull.
Oh, I lost to this card on Thursday. Fucking Marin, just cycling it, just looping it back and in and out and in and out and in and out.
Duh.
God, mother ass, damn it. Menace, 5/4, enters the battlefield, destroy another creature. If it's destroyed this way, you gain life equal to its toughness. Just a removal spell on a dude.
Yeah. We're playing Nirkana Revenant and Cryptghast.
Both mana doublers.
Then we got Night Howler.
Okay, this is the first pump and dumper. This is a bestow creature. So you can enchant it on a dude. When the dude dies, this just becomes a creature. Or you can just cast this as a creature. And what it does is Night Howler and or enchanted creature each get +X/+X, where X is the number of creatures in all graveyards.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's cool. What's that from? It looks like the set symbol looks like a vest.
Yes, that's a reprint. It was originally from original Theros block.
Okay.
Yeah.
Midnight Reaper.
Midnight Reaper, Fleshbag Marauder, both in the deck. These are, when it enters the battlefield, each player... Oh, wait, no. I read that all wrong. Midnight Reaper. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, Midnight Reaper deals 1 damage to you and draw a card.
And then Fleshbag Marauder is when it comes into play, everybody sacks a dude.
Yes. Yes, I was thinking of the other ones that also do that.
What the fuck is happening with Bone Dancer? Is that a... Hang on. Blind Brando critiques art. This is a praying mantis standing on the back of a crab playing a fiddle.
This is a very old school looking tribal art of a person standing on top of pile of bones. Welcome to Mirage Block. Stay tuned to a future Top 5 in 5 where we discuss more art.
Ooh.
Yeah, there it is. Bone Dancer is a 2/2 for 3, and you can pay 0 to put the top creature card of defending player's graveyard into play under your control. Bone Dancer deals no combat damage this turn. Use this ability if Bone Dancer is attacked and unblocked and only once each turn. So if it's not blocked, you can have it deal no combat damage and take the top creature card of their graveyard.
These are very tricky, and you got to make sure that people know that you're playing this, because if people are looking through their graveyards, oh, you need to know about creatures or whatever, let me reorder my graveyard so everything makes sense. This one does interact with graveyards. You got to kind of...
I reorder my graveyard all the time when I'm playing Dragon's Approach and when I'm playing Zada, so I know where all my instants and sorceries are. Yeah. All the time.
I do too, just because I like to be doing something while my turns are going on.
I guess lesson for pre-game talks or Rule Zero talks, if you have a deck that cares about graveyard order, you have to let people know that.
Yeah, you don't have to tell them what card it is. Just be like, yo...
Graveyard order fucking matters.
Graveyard order is important, so don't mess with it.
Yeah.
Last 2 creatures, we got a Butt Gasp.
Yep, that is landfall. Get them back from your graveyard. That's the important part.
And Butt Pest.
Sacrifice, make black. That's butt pet, not pest. Pet.
Oh, I like the way I said it.
I like pet. I like petting butts.
It's weird, man.
Do you pet? Do you pet the butt? Is that what we're talking about, or is it a pet butt, like you take it for a walk?
Both are acceptable. Yeah. Both are acceptable.
I guess I'm just imagining like big ass cheeks on a leash. You're just taking it to the dog park, and all the dogs are
and all the dogs are sniffing it,
sniffing his butt because it's a butt, sniffing its whole body.
All right, Ryan. Minions need leaders.
Yes, they do.
And sometimes those leaders, cult leaders.
Oh.
So let's talk about some of the big, badass creature in the deck.
Yes, let's see if we can put 2 and 2 together to learn how the deck is going to really grind you down or synergy you out. I don't want to say combo you out because we're not playing the redundancy that, like, air quotes, a combo deck would maybe need, but we could synergy you out.
Starting with Yawgmoth, Thrawn Physician.
Oh, man. This is another one of those cards that just does everything, hey?
Yeah.
2/4 for 4, pro humans. Pay 1 life, sacrifice another creature, maybe your commander, maybe not, so you can cast your commander from your graveyard, put a -1 on a creature, and draw a card.
Jeez.
That's pretty good. You play black, maybe from that Priest of Forgotten Gods, you get that black.
Mm-hmm.
Discard a card to proliferate.
Ooh,
that's good, yeah.
Tormod the Desecrator. I love that name.
Yeah.
Saying it, Tormod the Desecrator.
Yes, Tormod the Desecrator. I was going to make a dirty joke, but we've probably reached our quota. Whenever 1 or more cards have left your graveyard, let's try that again. Whenever 1 or more cards leave your graveyard,
there we go.
Create a tapped 2/2 black zombie creature token, like your commander. Yep. Every time it leaves, you make a dude.
Or your Butt Gasp, or your Reassembling Skeleton, all count.
How come the tomb card, Desecrated Tomb? No, whenever 1 or more things leaves, you get a bat. That one would be good too.
That'd be cool.
That'd be good too. And you could make this into a combo deck very easily with that card and Tormod and Phyrexian Altar, because you can start sacrificing those to make black mana. That black mana will pay for Ebondeath, and then you aristocrat everybody out. That's how the deck typically works.
Yeah.
Today, Dungeon Boss.
Not this one. Today.
But Dungeon Boss.
You want to talk about dungeon bosses.
Oh, I want to dungeon boss this girl.
You want to talk about having just, I have to say it, giant balls.
Yes.
You have so much guts if you put Phage the Untouchable into your deck.
Yes. Into your graveyard deck. Yeah, and no stifle. No trick bind, no tail's end. No, we are just doing butt stuff.
It's just Phage.
Just Phage the Untouchable. And not that girl that I used to work with who has the tattoo of the microphone and the snake, whose name sounds very close to Phage.
Yes.
Not her.
Dang. Yeah, she's, yeah. Anyway.
4/4, minion, black. Did I get there?
Black. Yep.
3.
Wow.
Also.
Oh.
Enters the battlefield. If you didn't cast it from your hand, you just fucking lose. The game is over for you. Pack your shit up. Go home.
Yep.
Cry. Wish that you worked with that girl some more. When Phage deals combat damage to a creature, you destroy it. Cool.
Neat.
When Phage deals combat damage to an opponent, they lose. Or to a player. So if she gets stolen and then she hits you, you also lose. Dang. That's it.
Oh, man. Liliana of the Dark Realms.
Yes, this is the Liliana that -6s to emblem, and you get 4 black mana for each swamp.
Or she finds you swamps. Or she kills things based on your swamps.
Yes, and newsflash, we've got 19 swamps.
Several swamps.
That's like several, yeah.
And an Urborg.
And an Urborg, yeah, very much so, yeah.
And the last one, we have Edrixar.
Ludrixar.
I was going to call him Ludovexar. That's not his name.
His brother.
Endrixar, Masturbator.
Yes, this is a 2/2 human wizard, black 4. I play this in a Lenda, and I'm not sure about it. Whenever you cast a creature, you put X 1/1 black thrall creature tokens onto the battlefield, where X is that spell's converted mana cost. So you cast a 4-drop creature, you get 4 thralls.
Yep.
For example. Sure. When you control 7 or more thralls, sacrifice Endrixar Master Breeder. 7 or more. And that's a trigger. It'll go on the stack. So you can respond to that by like sacrificing him or whatever.
Yep.
You have to sacrifice him anyways. That's okay.
It's fine. It's fine. If you have a sack outlet to kind of get rid of the whatever the thralls, then it's not so bad. Like you could play Ebondeath or Ebon Soul or the hell the damn dragon's name is. Sacrifice the 4 of them to scry or get some mana.
Yeah.
Or to your Priest of Forgotten Gods or whatever. And then
cast your Ebondeath and get those same guys back.
Get them back. So you could squeeze and wring some value out of this guy for sure.
Yeah, and other than Phage, there's no one creature that'll just tip him over, right? Tip him right to 7. But you do have to be careful because things like Blood Pet is a thrall. And he will count that. So just be careful.
All right, so we've got our loot. We have our dudes that are guarding the loot in the dungeon. In the area, there's always things around. Like it's a swamp. It's noxious. It's foggy. It's
I know
shitty.
where you're going. I know what you're doing.
Regional effects.
Are D&D people going to know? They're going to know that.
They'll know that, yeah.
Yeah, and you explained it, I think, good enough to...
If you've played a Ravenloft campaign, you know all about fucking regional effects.
Yeah. And if you're not outside and if it's not foggy, these are like rubble strewn about the floor that you might trip on if you don't have like a torch or some like spell to light your way, right? Okay.
Tremendous.
Okay.
We are going to start, Ryan, with Revel in Riches.
Ooh, yeah. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, we get a treasure. I wish that was us, because then we could just do that all at once.
That's why it's not us.
Yeah, you're right. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 10 or more treasures, you win the game.
Cool.
I wish that it didn't have that, because then it always gets targeted.
Yeah.
And it gets eliminated and you get killed and stuff. If it's just like creature dies, get treasure. Like Pitiless Plunderer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be fine.
I would like that.
And then maybe Pitiless Plunderer wouldn't be so goddamn expensive. I can get foils.
No. How about Haunting Wind?
What is going on with this? Hey,
Oh, I have no idea.
critique that art.
Okay.
This is, for everybody who doesn't know, this is an enchantment from Antiquities.
Okay, there's this little skeleton guy, and he's looking at a chair, and the chair has a sheet on it, and then there's a ghost flying around.
You're remarkably close, but I'm not sure if it's a chair or if that's just a house and those ghosts are very big.
Oh, okay.
But you're close, because there is a ghost and a skeleton.
And a sheet.
Yes. It
Wow.
might be snow. No, it's a sheet. You're right. Maybe it's a table, and there's like a cup on the table.
That's weird.
Don't know.
What does the enchantment do? There's a lot of words on there, man.
Lots of it's flavor text.
Okay.
Each time an artifact in play is tapped, or its activated cost is paid. Haunting Winds deals 1 damage to that artifact's controller. Is not triggered by continuous effects. So whenever you tap an artifact or activate an artifact's ability, you take 1.
Neat.
Yeah, Soul Ring and those mana decks and artifact decks, those dirtly untappy ones.
Yep.
There it is. It's going to get them.
Grave Pact.
Oh, yeah, old GP. Got to get them. Not the GP that you want to see. Unless you're sick, maybe.
Oh, I understand, Doctor.
Yes. Yeah. Whenever one of our creatures dies, one of their creatures dies. That's pretty good when we sacrifice Ebondeath a bunch or those thralls. Just wipe the board.
Yeah.
Oh. Is this a control card or is this a stacks card or do you just use this as Wrath of God in black?
It's a control card.
Yeah.
I don't think...
Desecrated Tomb. Yeah. There it is.
I was going to say, here's your Desecrated Tomb.
There it is.
We already talked about
How did I miss that when I looked at the deck? I don't know. There's 100 cards.
Everybody gets one, yeah.
Yeah, get bats when guys leave the graveyard.
Call to the grave.
Oh, yeah. This is from Scourge. This is an enchantment from Scourge. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player sacrifices a non-zombie. Maybe a thrall? I'm not sure.
Is it a turkey with a really jacked arm running through the forest? Man, these old arts are awesome when you can't see exactly what's going on.
Yes. Well, there's the card does more things.
Oh, okay.
Each player sacks a non-zombie. Cool. At the end of turn, if no creatures are on the battlefield, sacrifice Call to the Grave. There will always be creatures because we can put our creatures from our graveyard onto our battlefield.
Yeah,
and Ebondeath can do that anytime, and Reassembling Skeleton can do that at any time.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Okay.
Black Market.
Get mana when guys die.
Bitter Blossom.
Get guys for free during upkeep.
Get guys that they can die. Technically, I guess you don't get it for free. You do lose a life.
Don't care.
But it's a life. So
we got Zulaport Cutthroat. We don't give a shit. That's a $60 card again.
Yeah?
Whoosh, mother ass.
All right, we got dudes. We got leaders of dudes. We got treasure. We got things that are happening in the basic vicinity of the dungeon that we're going through. Let's do some of the legendary actions that our boy Ebondeath could possibly perform during the course of a campaign/game.
Oh, yeah, and these are getting good. Here we go.
Vampiric Rites.
I do play this card in Lord of Tress. Maybe I should play Ebondeath in that deck. Sure. Okay. Sacrifice a creature, gain a life, draw a card. You got to pay black 1. Sack a creature.
Cauldron of Souls.
Oh, baby. Choose any number of creature. Each of those creature gets persist until end of turn. So if you sacrifice them or they die, they come back with a -1.
Every time I see Cauldron of Souls, all I want to do is play Hirobi again. I love Hirobi.
That's a good
one. And
I
like this card in Hirobi. Bolus's Citadel.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Look at the top card of your library at any time. That's one of my favorite effects going right now.
That's one of my favorite effects ever.
That's good. You may cast the top card of your library. If you cast a spell this way, pay life equal to its converted mana cost rather than pay its mana cost.
Cool.
I like that, especially when we can gain a little bit of life. And people forget this part. Tap, sack 10 non-land permanents, maybe thralls.
Yeah.
Each opponent loses 10 life.
Attrition.
Oh, yeah. Old school classic control card. Black, sacrifice a creature, destroy target non-black creature. Gets way, way better with Grave Pact because then you can get 5 things instead of 1. Or 4 things instead of 1. And gets really, really good when you have Revel in Riches. And a way to make infinite black mana. You just get everything all the time.
Yeah. Ashnod's Altar.
Sack a creature, get 2 mana. That's how we loop some of our shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Now we got all the stuff set up, but what is Ebondeath going to do? Dragons are notoriously vicious spellcasters.
Yes, they're very magical.
We should also be very magical and cast many spells.
Now, some of these we can go fast through because they are some of them are typical. So let's take a look.
Tell them which ones, Ryan.
Village Rites is a sacrifice card draw spell. Sign in Blood, lose life, draw card. And then we've got some, let's call them control cards, right? In Mutilate, which is -1 for each swamp we control.
Yeah, that's a good one. We've
got Snuff Out and Dismember. Both of those we'll call them free removal spells, even though Dismember is pay 2 life, 1.
Yeah.
To get a creature. So those are the ones that I think are worth going fast for. And then we've got finishers. If we're going to make big mana with Ashnod's Altar and the big black mana package, we've got Exsanguinate and we've got Torment of Hailfire. 2 cards that we've recently had a discussion on.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's look at some more stuff that might not be in the front of everybody's mind. Just a quick shout out though, Snuff Out. I don't know why people don't play that more. It's a free removal spell. You just got to pay 4 life.
And it's from Masks Block.
There it is.
Yeah.
It was reprinted in a dual deck, I think, with Liliana on it as well.
That's probably terrible compared to the one that has Squee on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Soul Shatter.
Soul Shatter. Each opponent sacrifices a creature or planeswalker with the highest converted mana cost among creatures and planeswalkers they control.
That's a good one.
Yep.
Now you want to just become the heavy immediately? Play Pox.
Pox. Black. Each player sacrifices a third of their creatures, lands, and discards a third of their cards, right?
Yep.
I don't want to read the original wording from Ice Age, but
that's what it does.
Yeah. And rad art, I wish that they had more of that pseudo-abstract acrylic or watercolor or whatever that is.
Speaking of abstract arts, I like Imp's Mischief.
Yes, and speaking of abstract art again, don't forget to tune into a future top 5 in 5 that I've been planning for a while.
Ooh.
Because it's one that people have asked for.
All right.
Okay. Imp's Mischief. Instant. Black. 1. Change the target of target spell with a single target. You lose life equal to that spell's converted mana cost. Eat your heart out, blue.
Yeah.
Right? Eat your heart out, misdirection.
Blue or red, I guess, in some cases.
Yeah.
No, I don't. This one's just a monkey yelling. Wait, hang on. I can't read the words. Is it... I know this card, though. It's...
You had the right sound.
Howl from Beyond.
Howl
right?
from Beyond.
Got
yes.
there.
And this is what I was talking about when we make lots of mana or give Ebondeath protection, and you just make an opening for them. You pay X, instant speed X, mind you.
Yeah.
Target creature gets +X/+O until end of turn, and you just crash in and kill somebody.
Yep.
The same is true except for life with Hatred. You pay any amount of life, and the target creature gets +X/+O until end of turn. And that is instant speed.
If they printed this card again.
Reserved list.
If they printed this card again.
Okay.
This is an art thing. Do you think instead of it being like just an angry guy's face, it would have like one of those incarnations on it, like hostility or...
Ooh.
You know what I mean? Like if they were to reprint a hatred-like effect, do you think it would be a one of those?
I would like to see an incarnation that you can maybe cast for free or cast from your graveyard for free as an additional cost, pay X life. In target, when it enters the battlefield, target creature gets +X/+O until end of turn, where X is the amount of life you paid.
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
And then it would fall right into that cycle of incarnations and fit.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. That one was for free, Wizard.
Here's a card that's really cool. False Cure.
Oh, yeah. Whenever a player gains life, that player loses 2 life instead.
Actually, they lose 2 life for each 1 life they gained.
Oh, yeah. So they would gain the life and then they lose 2.
Yeah. So you'd gain 4 and lose 8 for a loss of
4.
4.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's how that works.
Yes. Why is that in here? Can we make our opponents gain life with anything?
Well, sometimes people are just, I'll just casually gain 100 life.
This seems like a meta card.
Oh, definitely. And I'm super happy that this is in here.
Yes.
Yes, I love cards like that. I love those cards that are just so narrow because you know that it's meant to just say fuck you to one person that you know in real life.
Yes.
Like our boy went out and spent $3 American, 200 Canadian.
Yep.
To say fuck you to one of their friends. And that's awesome, I think.
Yes. Now, I mentioned Mutilate. I should have also mentioned Black Sun Zenith and Death Cloud. Those are more sweeper type effects. Black Sun Zenith is black X. Each creature gets -X/-X, or sorry,
I think it's counters.
X -1 counters. You're right.
The
And then you shuffle it back in.
Yeah, the counters are just, that's a fucking cool spell. I need to play that one more.
Yeah.
I need to take my own advice and play that spell more.
And you don't even need to like kill everything if you got your Yawgmoth out, because you can just proliferate.
Oh yeah,
that's a gooder. And the last one is Death Cloud. This is black X. Ooh, it's sounding good already.
Yeah.
Each player loses X life, then discards X cards from their hand, then sacrifices X creatures, then sacrifices X mother ass lands.
Ooh.
That's going to end a game unless we're floating mana, cast our Ebondeath from our graveyard, give them haste, have a boots or whatever, and then just attack, right?
Yeah.
And if they don't, if that's not what happens and you just like have more life because of your Zulu Port Cutthroat or whatever, and you do that for 30, like you would exsanguinate for 30.
Yeah.
Maybe you exsanguinate for like 10 on one turn because that's how much mana you have. You draw your Cabal Coffers, play it, make 30, and then you Death Cloud and you've gained like 20 life or whatever already from your exsanguinate. Maybe that's the play.
Yeah.
But that's a finisher card.
Yep.
That'll do it.
That'll get you there, pig. That'll do, pig.
That'll do.
That'll do. Also,
That'll do.
That's the deck.
That is the deck.
That's the whole deck.
Yes, I like it. I like that it plays the mono black control route with some of those sweepers and grindy things. I like that it's flavorful.
I like that it's flavorful and it doesn't pull any punches. Like this deck does not. It plays fucking Death Cloud.
Yeah,
it plays
and hatred.
Pox and hatred. And
Yes.
like this deck is not. It's not messing around.
It shows up to fuck.
Yeah. Like this deck isn't one of those ones where, oh no, it's just a casual little theme. It's the little dilly-dally in the dungeon. No, this is
not the dilly-dally in the dungeon.
Yeah.
This is like zipper masks and swings.
Yeah, like you're in deep shit
paddles.
now. Yeah.
Yes.
Like you're in deep shit with this deck. And I like that. It's unapologetically just it doing what it's doing, and I really appreciate that when people build decks like that.
Yeah, that sounds like first strength.
Yes.
First strength. Now, I've got some other strengths. We've talked about them a little bit, so I'll go quick. You could build it into a combo win. If you're already not apologizing for playing this deck with hatreds and big mana and Death Cloud, you could just combo. You add in a Phyrexian Altar, boom, you're pretty much there.
Yeah,
Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Okay, resilient, because it's got lots of graveyard butt stuff.
Yep.
Some good card draw.
Yep.
That's good. You could, maybe as a backup, maybe if you wanted to detune the deck, you could just play the aggro route. Protection, removal, swing in, big damage.
Yeah.
So multiple ways to win. I like it. Last strength. Lots of unique cards.
Yeah, there's lots of stuff in here that we've never talked about on the show for sure.
Haunting Winds.
Yeah, man. Just cards that you don't see very often, and that's cool.
There it is. Moving over to the weaknesses.
It plays a fucking charcoal diamond.
Ooh, that's good.
Just cut that and me. I hate those things.
I'd play a Jet Medallion for sure.
Yes.
For sure. Cost of deck. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to play this, like, if I read Hatred and you're like, I can pay life for damage? That's so good.
You also have to pay money for damage.
You also, you like horsepower costs money,
Yeah.
they say, and if you want to go fast in Carland,
Yep.
you need to pay money.
Yep.
Works like that in Magic too.
Magic as well, yes.
Yes. Mana rocks and hatreds and the things like that. Even Yawgmoth is expensive.
If
right?
you defoil a couple of the cards, you'll end up saving a few $100. A few $100.
But you'd still probably have to pay a few hundred bucks still.
Yeah, there's lots going. The mana base, which we didn't talk about, it has all the big black stuff that you would expect with Lake of the Dead, all that stuff. So the land base is really expensive. Those swords, given that they're foil, just the price, the mana crypt.
I've got some prices that we'll just highlight in the budget section. I got one more weakness though.
Tell me.
And we touched on it with the graveyard order thing when we were talking about that one card, Bone Dancer.
Yeah.
This does play some of the cards that you should probably mention. You said you don't need to mention Bone Dancer, you just need to mention that graveyard order matters.
Mm-hmm.
You should probably mention that you're playing like a Death Cloud, or this is a pretty stout control deck.
Right.
You should mention that. I do have a Hatred. I could probably use it to kill a player on turn 3.
Yeah.
Right? You go turn 1 Mana Crypt, turn 2 Ebondeath, turn 3 Hatred. And somebody who's like, turn 3 Cultivate, fuck, you're dead. You're just dead.
Yeah,
right?
Your night's over.
Yeah,
Thanks
tap
for
my
coming out.
Llanowar Elf, miss a land drop, use my Llanowar Elf and my Forest to rampant growth to find my second land. You're dead. Right? Like, you should probably have that conversation.
Yeah. Another weakness of this deck, and I'm going to keep hammering on it. I know that he's combo. I know he works well in the deck, but the fact that Ebondeath is our commander here, your commander kind of sucks. And that just kind of is what it is. There's probably a better mono black commander that you could put in this deck and it would run just as well or better.
Yeah, probably. If you want to make a mono black control deck, there's probably better commanders. This one is going to give you staying power because you could block with them And he does have flash from the graveyard.
He comes in tapped.
Oh, fuck. He comes in tapped. You're right.
Yeah.
So people can't do what I just said.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's got
Precisely.
flash, comes into play tapped, so you could have already blocked. Like we reviewed him in the set review. In limited, you already blocked, something died. He comes into play at the end of your turn. He wakes up on my turn and can attack. He has flash that gives him pseudo haste.
Yeah.
Yeah, they give him flash so you can take advantage of blocking and still getting him.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to combo with him, he becomes very good.
Yes, if he's your combo piece, that's
Yeah.
fine. That's like the asterisk on your commander kind of sucks. But if you're not doing that, your commander kind of sucks.
Yeah, then the deck is probably 10 to 15 cards different, and the Rule Zero conversation is different, and the deck is yeah. Now moving on to the budget section, we mentioned it, $1,542. Ooh,
Yeah.
it's got some expensive lands like Lake of the Dead, $130 now.
Jeez.
Do you need it? It's pretty good.
If you got it, you play it.
Yeah,
That's how it is.
That's how it is. Yeah, and then like Cabal Coffers back up to 40 already.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's like the Tarmogoyf effect, right? Yeah. Oh, I can get it from this set. Oh, it's down to $25. Better pick two up. All of a sudden, they're all out of stock, and they're back up to 40, back up to 60, back up to 100.
Yeah.
Like before the end of the year.
Yeah.
Mother ass. Right? It's got a Nykthos in here.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a gooder. $40. I don't know. Does that go in the big black mana package? It probably does if you're playing things like Grave Pact and Phage, hey?
Yeah.
It gives you mana equal to your devotion to a color for anybody who is unawares.
You play a Phyrexian Obliterator.
Yes.
And
that's a gooder.
That's a good ass
Put
card.
that one in here and just beat ass.
And there's another, I can never remember what it is. You don't see it as often. It's an old land that you can tap to untap target land.
We never remember what that card is called, and Joe always puts it on the screen. He's got the name of it like taped to the edge of his computer screen.
Yeah, so he knows whenever we
Tarnished Citadel?
I don't.
Is that it?
Maybe it might be.
It's not
Crumbling Citadel.
It's something Citadel.
Yeah,
we never remember, and Joe always has it on the screen.
Yes,
so
but
big shout out to Joe Mama.
It's not in here, but it should be because it's not a budget card anymore. But you're already paying lots of money, so put it in here.
Yeah. Yeah, the last thing about the budget is budget doesn't always mean that your deck is going to be way better than somebody else's, right? Like if you spend $1,500, it could just be because you have like lots of cards from fucking Arabian Nights, right?
Yeah, you've got old printings, which is again one of those things that's in here. Like it's got an old Grave Pact instead of a new one, so it costs more. There's some of that going on here as well. There's foil printings. Like if you look at my deck lists on CCO, Brando, and Arc of Deck, the cost of my deck is not at all
because they have foils and
like
original
and
printings and original printing foils,
Yeah.
which are traditionally, especially if they're from like Kamigawa or Lorwyn or Invasion or Masks, like the original printing foils are expensive. The point of me mentioning it is like just make sure everybody's on the same page with power level, and it could be or it might not be related to the cost that you spent on the deck.
Sure.
So just make sure you talk about it with your friends so nobody has hard feelings.
Yeah.
Right? Just talk about it with your friends and be friends.
Yeah.
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 Or fuck off.
Yeah. Friends are fuck off.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay. Spice calculator?
Now we got to do card of the week.
We've done card of the week for what?
Yeah, for weeks.
For weeks. Now, I was going to say Blackblade Reforged because I like that card, but I think that you
Vorpal Sword.
said Vorpal Sword instead. Yeah,
man.
Okay, so Vorpal Sword, you pay 8 and you dome somebody
For death.
For death.
Yes.
It turns anybody into Phage.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can get your Phages, your Vorpal Swords, or your Blackblade Reforges all at FusionGamingOnline.com. CCO Fusion 5 promo code. Save yourself 5%. Get all three. Get all three in foil. Save 5%. And it's great. And it'll let them know that the boys at CCO sent you.
Yeah. And
good deal for everybody.
We should definitely be telling them that we sent them, because F them, right?
Yeah.
Throw an F you in the comments on your order. I assume they get the joke.
They probably would.
They better by now. I assume they all listen to us.
What if they don't, hey?
They definitely do. It's just like they all follow me on Twitter.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I still haven't forgot about that, Fusion.
Now, Spice Calculator.
Now we can do the Spice Calculator.
Okay. Now, get this. 25 Ebondeaths on EDHREC.com at the time of this recording.
Okay, where does that put him on the list of mono black commanders, Ryan?
Get this. 85th. Oh, that is down as low as Spinny Winnie.
Yeah, so with Spinny Winnie, Cone Ogre Ascendant, and then it flips into something else that I don't care about. Right below that. Oh. So he's below that, but right above Kagamaru First to Suffer, which is a really good card. Not the best commander.
No, I don't think that any of those are good. So way down 85th. Average CMC, 3.14. That's completely respectable. Bad. 0 tutors in the deck.
Dang.
Also respectable. Now, looking at EDHREC.com, we saw lots of zombies. We saw lots of aristocrats. We saw lots of tutors, cost reducers, combo.
Yep.
Not what we built today, which is pretty cool. 35 of our cards did not match what was on the stock front page for Ebondeath on EDHREC.com.
Sick.
Yeah, so you punch it all into the spice calculator. 53.2.
Passes the test.
Passes the 50 test. It's officially spicy.
It's a spicy deck.
I kind of want to give it even more honorary spice for including like a beta Howl from Beyond and an Antiquities Haunting Wind. Yeah. Oh man, I'm a sucker for old cards like that. I just put my beta Wild Growth into my Enchantress deck.
Ooh.
Looks nice.
I should play my I think I have an Alpha Terror or something. I should just play. It's in the worst shape too. Like it's sidewalk played.
My what is it? My Dark Ritual from beta is like that.
Yeah, just beat.
My Alpha and Beta Lightning Bolts, signed by Chris Rush. Pretty nice. Pretty nice, though. Keep those guys perfect fitted. So that's it. I like that's my final thought of the day right there. Keep my Alpha Chris Rush signed Lightning Bolts perfect fitted.
My final thought of the day is thank you so much to FusionGamingOnline.com, the area source for all your gaming needs, and our official business daddies helping us keep the show on the air so you can take it into your ear holes and your eye holes and any other hole through which you intake the show. Remember, special promo code CCO Fusion5. Get 5% off everything you order. Remember to follow us, like, share, subscribe, all the social media business. You can get entered to win our super sweet Secret Lair giveaways.
Oh, good one. Yeah. Oh, big thanks to Magnus for sending this in as well.
Yes, we appreciate that. We appreciate the deck. It's very good. It's very cool. It has room to move up and down the power scale, which you really like.
Mm-hmm.
And it does something that's very cool, especially when you tell people the story behind it with the final boss and the evil lurking in the shadows nature of the deck. And then you actually pull that off by pulling 0 punches and playing shit like Pox and Deathcloud.
The only thing you're punching is their anus.
Once again, this episode of Commander Cookout Podcast has been brought to you by the leather anus.
Okay.
Yeah, don't Google that. Google something else, and we're going to be back next week with another episode of Commander Cookout Podcast. Hit our theme song!